Aries. Let's see what's going on. Divine, may I have three best cards for Aries' energy right now? Three best cards for Aries' energy. All right. Off the top, you have Seven of Cups, Justice, and the Six of Swords in reverse. Recently, there was something that was causing you quite a bit of emotional disturbance, some confusion, and potentially a little chaotic energy going on here. This Justice card is going on at present, which means things are finally evening themselves out. Fair play is now a thing, and you're getting your everything is balancing itself out, let's just say. Now, the Six of Swords and coming in is the energy coming towards you. It's in reverse. There's something you're not ready to move on from. There's something mentally that's unsettling still. And, the Ace, the Six of Swords is going over the water, which would be considered your emotions in the system. So you're not moving forward. There's still something right now that's a bit disturbing. And so hence this energy in the past is still being resolved potentially. But at present, it's coming into balance. So let's see what's going on. Let's get a clearer picture. Divine, may we have some more information behind this Seven of Cups, please? Three more cards for the source of this energy. Okay. So there was this particular figure that's represented by this Queen of Wands in reverse for you that has been wreaking havoc, and it's been so divine. Let me say it clean. They've been really purposefully disturbing the environment that they're disturbing the environment that you have to be with them in, and then they're disturbing you individually too. That's where that duality energy was coming in. Now, this could be a situation of work for you or a team or something like that, but there's a group of people. And this Queen of Wands is disturbing both to that group and to you individually. So this Judgment card is in reverse, though, of where you're doing your very best, Aries, which proud of you again, doing the work that you're trying to reserve judgment and not just bow out on this situation, because it is a situation that you have to remain in, and that is by your choice. But Ten of Wands is where this person really feels like they try to make things difficult for you. And what's getting difficult for you in this situation is you having patience to give this person grace. It seems like you may have done that a few times, and this person keeps kicking up dust in some type of way. They could have potentially been an ally a while back. Maybe they have recently flipped into a season of this cantankerous ass energy. Like, it seems like it's like a really grumpy individual. Like that person that just sees the cloud in everything. Like there's something over them, or they're in a season of something, or they're going through a very serious situation in their life that's emotionally burdening them. And they're just not able to compartmentalize it. And so that may be why you've reserved the judgment with this person. You're aware of that. Maybe you're aware of that. Others aren't. That would make sense as to why you haven't popped off, Aries. Not to say that because we're refined here. This energy is definitely refined. Let's see. Maybe have more information of what's going on with the Justice, please. Justice and card energy. And one more, divine. So, at present, the Justice card energy is here, and this is when things begin to find their balance, their equilibrium. Fair play is involved, or a fair and clear judgment is going to be rendered of some sort, etc., etc. The Four of Pentacles being here is where I feel like it's more so that the Four of Pentacles is representing you stood your ground here. You You stayed 10 toes down. You stood on business, even though a lot of people were wavering and going through different attitudes and phases. You somehow remained cool when all about you were losing their heads. You remained, you kept yours. The Eight of Wands is here where things are going to be moving pretty swiftly, in terms of moving towards ultimate resolution here. This Page of Swords is here, though, in reverse, of where there's no need for you to kind of, if you feel like you need to hover or make sure things are going in the right direction. I feel like the divine is asking you, like, don't really waste your time trying to watch over this person or figure out what they're doing or what's going on. Make sure you just stay focused on what's in front of you. And don't get distracted by the sidebar energy or conversations or taunting or, dry big. And I don't know why that came through, but maybe they dry big for something. All right, so this energy coming in is the Six of Swords in reverse. Why is the Six of Swords here, please, divine? Cups in reverse. World card. There we go. And the Seven of Swords. Aha. Okay. So the Six of Swords is in reverse, is where now we got the Aries energy. Aries, fire style. I'm like, because it's all very cultured and refined. I like how we're dealing with our anger. We're in our Michael Corleone season. I am so fucking pissed off, but it's not. Stay cool. Just gonna keep a watch on you until I know that it's clear to go. Now, with the Six of Swords, with this Five of Cups in reverse, you're not harboring any feelings or you're not holding any grudges. The World card is here now, of where the season of deception has come, is no longer afoot. And people are beginning to open their eyes within the group to see how this person has been, interesting here, abusive in their treatment of you, especially for some reason. But towards everyone. I mean, I think that there was a part of you that wanted to air this situation out much sooner than this. But whomever the group is, the team, whatever, no one else was really like on board. And again, maybe it's because this person was going through a very tough season and people were aware of this. But for you, you were like, this person is not just in pain. They're taking it out on us. And maybe nobody was hearing that, but now the deception is being cleared out here and it's coming to an end. More information on the Seven of Swords, though. Make sure that's what. Your Hangman. And then the King of Wands upright. Yep. You stood your ground. You waited for enlightenment until when time came. That's you, darling. King of Wands. You didn't hesitate. And now, it wasn't ever, I feel like, about you being white. I'm looking at the color. I'm like, it's being right. It wasn't that black and white. That's what I was trying to say. But it was more so about you wanting people to understand you weren't like trying to come against this person. Like you understood what they were going through. But still, that doesn't give them the right to just be an abusive state of taking it out on people. And there's a very big difference between a person going through a hard time and feeling down and being sad and maybe, like droning on or focusing on, the sadness of what they're going through. That's one thing. But when a person is just being a total grump and jerk and using that as an excuse, which is what you called out, that was something different. But people weren't on board. But then eventually they started realizing like, oh, okay, yeah, Aries was right. And hence you sitting on the throne here with this hangman. Like, but it was your tact and strategy and remaining calm and being like, okay, all right, well, I think it's different. That won out and got you this justice. The Six of Swords coming in reverse, though, is that it's got to come to an end, to the point that you're realizing that it may still, you're not out of the woods yet with the situation, but people are beginning to wake up to it as well. Okay. But you yourself don't have any personal ill will towards anyone. You're just like, they're not going to, that's cool, but they're not going to do that with me. And I need y'all to understand, when I let this person know that's enough, that don't be looking at me like I'm the bad guy. There's levels, and that's not what I'm going to do. All right. So energy to focus moving toward is intimacy. And I feel like this is a message from divine to say that, to have a really intimate understanding of everything involved and how this person's their position and how ultimately you really want this to end, how intimate this situation is with everybody being there, and how keeping a balance between everybody is important. Because if communication starts to break down, it feels like it would be a huge issue for the group that this person's energy is affecting. So you are, I feel like, being asked to just look at what things were and how this person behaved prior to this season that they're in, and begin to remind that person of that. Those are very intimate moments that you share with them, the team has shared with them, where you guys have bonded and grown, and to let this person know, like, hey, we're here for you, but we can't be your punching bags too. So you're going to have to figure out like what's going on with that, because it's like hugging a cactus right now. If you want us to support you, you got to come through and get yourself in order, and realize that when you're starting to, go in a direction that isn't good for the group. Okay. All right. All right. That is your message, my dear Aries. I do hope it was of assistance to you. And do remember that back then is not now. Always be in harmony with your surroundings. Stay sucker free. Hope to see you again.